Boom. Welcome to the Chicken and Watermelon Podcast. I'm your host, Skip.
I'm Sheem the Dream.
I'm Cousin.
And remember, this is the podcast where what?
Best thinkers win.
1 + 1 is always 2.
And a universe protection.
I know y'all say it's a new podcast, and I know them dudes, but we here to just talk about a couple of different topics, and we're going to see y'all opinion, and y'all going to see our opinion, and y'all have your own views. So stay tuned, stay checking us out, and we're going to roll with it.
This is our first pilot episode, and we do a lot of politicking. Me and the homeboys here, we sit around. Y'all know how we get down, and we just feel like we at a put ourselves on a platform where this information we got, I think everybody can benefit from different perspectives because we don't always agree on nothing. It's like everybody always got a different vision, a different side of it. And I think that our community would benefit from hearing those discussions that we share with each other. So we decided to launch this podcast. It's all family in the room. Nothing is off limits and nothing is off the table.
So what's our first topic?
Let's talk about that bitch Trump.
Elections. And we take elections.
I personally, I don't really have a big beef with the president.
Sight.
I don't really think he's a racist. I think he's an ignorant white man. I think he don't have the intelligent level of being called a racist. Because when you deal with real racists know.
But the man, the president right now still.
Yeah, but in other words, like he's an Archie Bunker level ignorant white man.
Archie Bunker was racist.
No, he wasn't. The difference between a racist would have never let a black man in their house. Archie Bunker used to have a black man sitting at his table all in his dog.
Man had niggas in Massa House and on the sled plantation.
What I'm saying is he was just a ignorant white man. He didn't hate black people, but he thought that black people were subservient to whites. He was a bigot.
That's still
they got
racist.
Black people, they got light-skinned black people who feel that way about dark-skinned black people. That don't make them racist. They just feel like they better than you black-ass niggas.
They ain't the same.
It's exactly the same. But what I don't like about Trump is how he's dismissive of all humanity. He lacks any empathy whatsoever. Instead of chalking up the laws, taking the L, and then paving the way if he want to come back in 2024 and run again.
He don't want to run again.
But he could. He's eligible to run again. And obviously 72 million people voted for this man.
Oh,
so yeah, so obviously America believes in him. Like they believe in him. As much as we have disdain for him, they believe in the man. With 72 million people, you can't ignore 72 million people. Believe it or not, the 6 million people that voted for Joe Biden, the only reason they voted for him is because they hate Donald Trump's attitude.
Yeah, I think.
If it had been Mitt Romney doing the policies that Donald Trump doing, it'd have been a landslide victory for the Republicans. But the Republicans I admire they drive. The problem I have with them is that they accepted a narrative that's simply not true, and that's driving it. If their drive was based on a narrative that was positive, then I would totally support. I vote Republican in just about every election. I voted for George Bush twice.
So
I voted for Barack Obama only once, the second time. And I tell everybody during Katrina, George Bush saved my life.
Yeah.
But you say vote Republican because of Trump this time?
Yeah, because Trump is a danger to himself and others. He like a goddamn gun or something. He's a nigga. Trump is an ignorant ass, ghetto ass, penitentiary ass nigga that only want his way and don't care about nobody. So what you think Biden is? Joe Biden is a politician. There's a difference. There's a difference. Joe Biden is a politician.
So you saying as a person, Biden gonna be better than Trump?
As a human being, yeah. To play the game how it go, Biden gonna be better than Trump. To kiss the babies, to issue out aid to people that need it, to say, oh, I love you and I feel for what you're going through.
What I feel?
Whether he mean it or not, Joe Biden gonna do that. Donald Trump, say fuck you and your feelings.
You got too much faith in them white men.
It's not having faith. I got faith in a system. And I think that's an illusion of
I
our
don't
black
have faith
people.
in the system. I don't care if Biden or Trump win. Ain't shit about to change for us.
But see, this is
What's
where
about to change? Not a motherfucker thing.
But this is where I disagree with you.
How do you talk about he did this and that? Biden gonna get in. He gonna kiss the baby. Ain't shit about to change for niggas in America, no matter which one of them niggas win.
But this is where black people in America get it fucked up. Just because we were slaves in this country, we assign all fucking well-being and everything good about this country to white folks and being allowed to be into that white. They can't stop us if we focus on us. We live in a free country. The illusion that white folks are a wall against us is because of slavery.
We've been in this free country. We've been living in this free country and we've been to do all that ain't shit. Change.
But who's supposed to change it for us?
You gotta change it for yourself.
Okay.
But you still vote in that system, thinking it's gonna work. It ain't shit changed yet.
Because it's the only system. If you don't like that system and you think they got a better way to live, then it's your duty as a man and as a citizen on this planet in the world society to create a better one. Karl Marx did that. I don't agree with Marxism, but at least he stood up and said, I'm going to create a better way for human beings to govern themselves and live to where everybody eat.
So everybody eating in this system?
No. This system is flawed too, just like any system, because any system is made from man. But America is man's best chance for independence, for democracy, so for some kind of justice for the small man. In America, the small man can open up chicken and watermelon, make a fucking $1 million and put on a fucking podcast. You can't do that in fucking Russia.
Right.
That's the beauty of this country. And for that freedom, for the freedom to be able to make this podcast, I'll fight to defend that for my children.
Why you still can make another system and still do that? Why
It's not a perfect system. It's not, I'm not saying this system is
system you can do that in. That's
I'm not saying that.
You're adapting to this.
So what I'm saying is that if this system is flawed, we can build on this system, or we can get.
You know the system is flawed. You just said that, but you're not even moving to build a better system.
Well, that's my weakness.
You just taking it and knowing it's flawed and running with it.
Well, that's my weakness. That's where I'm flawed at.
You accepting that?
You're accepting it and you know it's wrong.
That's where I'm flawed at. God gave me the ability to change things, and I haven't used my full ability to change them. That's my weakness.
That's one of your weaknesses.
That's why I'm telling you the system is flawed because it's made by man. But this flawed system is our best. Where else would you want to live except America?
Somewhere I can create it better.
But you can make America what you want it to be. That's the beauty of the system. You can.
Slaves didn't make America free. They've been wanting America to be free since they were slaves.
But what I told you, what I'm telling you is that slaves didn't free themselves. Slaves didn't free themselves.
I know. They didn't make it better for themselves. And now you tell them they can make it better for themselves. They couldn't make it better for themselves when they were slaves.
But what I'm saying is...
Well, now you say you can make it better for yourself.
What I'm saying is they couldn't free themselves. The consciousness of America freed them because of what this country was built on.
So what's going to make it better for them? And now you say they can make it better for themselves now?
Yeah, because what you're missing is America had laws and governance according to the majority. What's happening is the goodwill of man and the power of the universal God has influenced man's minds to that they advance towards the positive. That's why I always tell you, the universe protects you. So even like COVID-19. COVID-19 killed 224,000 people. How many people died in World War II? How many people died in the Civil War?
How many people died in the flu?
Maybe COVID-19 is the universe way of getting rid of Trump and Trumpism to keep us out of World War III.
So you saying COVID came here to get rid of Trump?
The universe protects you.
That was horrible.
The universe protects you.
You see,
I'm telling you.
The
universe and COVID to get rid of Trump.
The universe always in control.
You don't think it was Democrats with the bullshit? They hype the shit up to make it look like he was...
But the Democrats ain't stand on a platform and say the Republicans cheated in all the House seats that the Democrats lost. All the Senate seats that the Democrats lost. Name a time in history where the Democrats came up and said the Republicans cheated. There was Al Gore who launched a recount, but go find the footage where Al Gore said the Republicans cheated.
This time.
But the Republicans are saying The Democrats cheated.
But just answer me this.
That's wrong.
Answer me this. The Democrats lost more seats to the Republicans this year.
Exactly. Yeah.
So if they voted and a Republican won in the seats vote, why they wasn't winning the presidential election?
Because
the same people went there and voted against Donald Trump, but voted with all the rest of the Republicans.
Exactly. Because people understand the system of checks and
Right.
balances.
If you vote Republican, you vote Republican.
That's not true. If you realize the president is
You
an
don't get to the
idiot.
top and vote Democrat and vote all the bottom Republican. When you know all that go together, that don't even sound right.
But
that shouldn't sound right to you.
Know it? Y'all missing key aspects of this argument. The Republicans pushed the nominee into the Supreme Court about this abortion shit. And I think Americans don't understand how deep this abortion shit rolled. That I think the illusion is when they say Democrats are for abortion. They're not for abortion. What they for is a woman's right to choose what she do with her own body. And what Donald Trump did was sway the court to the other side. All these Republican white women out here talking about they support Donald Trump. You think they not having no fucking abortions? You think you think only Democrat women running around here getting abortions, get pregnant by somebody they ain't want to get pregnant by? It's hypocrisy at its finest. But what they do when they go in the voting booth, they go and vote according to what's important to them. Now, I support a woman's right to choose.
I don't deny their right to choose.
But that's what's happening. That's what all the Supreme Court, the whole thing was about. That this white woman from New Orleans who had to go all the way to Jamaica to adopt 2 black people. Let me tell you something. A white woman from New Orleans that go all the way to Jamaica to adopt 2 black people can't stand you niggas. Trust me on that one. You can take that one to the bank. Because she grew up in the city, she could have adopted any, she could have went on a street corner and adopted a black kid.
What white lady you talking about?
Amy Coney Barrett, the new Supreme Court justice to the Supreme Court. Right. That Donald Trump and the Republicans rammed through.
She got some black kids.
She from New Orleans. Yeah, she adopted 2 black children from Haiti, some fucking Jamaica. Now, why somebody from New Orleans gonna go adopt somebody from Haiti?
Why you hating on kids getting adopted?
I'm not hating on kids getting adopted. What I'm saying is she looked around the fucking room and said, fuck them niggas, I'm gonna get some real niggas.
Some other niggas.
Then you watch the footage where the little black boy be doing homage dances, bowing down our line and shit, all on the fucking screen. It's crazy. It look weird as the fuck. Talking about some get out shit. There is some get out shit. But why would a black woman from New Orleans go adopt 2 black children from Haiti?
Because you were helping the Haiti people.
Because that's a goal in life.
Ça passe. Na boule.
Bucket list. Shit knocked it off.
Oh man, she could have went on fucking Claiborne there, Louisiana and Claiborne, and picked up 2 little kids, probably waiting for their mom to get her from the bus stop right now. And she 2 hours late and it started raining. She could have pulled up and said, get in the car. Took them to McDonald's, she'd have had them for life.
All right. That was enough time on the election segment.
Let's break up.
We're going to switch topics right now, kind of switch stream. We're going to jump on this coronavirus and what's going on.
Oh, this is
what's the future of this? I done heard all kind of different shutdowns coming, and I don't know. What you thinking about the coronavirus?
I know y'all business owners. Y'all business owners, so y'all against the shutdowns. Y'all don't like the shutdowns. I get it. Everybody have their own personal interest in the shutdown. Me personally, I have a blood deficiency called G6PD.
Yeah, G6.
Where the oxygen does not absorb in my red blood cells the way it's supposed to. It's a genetic disease. It's a genetic disease. And from my personal research, I found out that if I get coronavirus, I'm going to die. There's a 90% chance I'm going to die. So when I come in here, I don't even hit the weed jar.
Everybody.
Yeah, because I ain't going nobody to work. I'm not going nobody job for no $15, $20 an hour.
You go to the grocery store.
That's where the alcohol is.
You go to liquor store.
That's where the alcohol is. But I'm not going to work for no white man for $20, $30, $40, $50 an hour, maybe $60. But I'm not going to risk my life for what? To fucking eat? You can't eat from the grave? Like, we have the priority.
I never saw, they said they shut down last time because they were scared the hospital would get inundated. Even in New Orleans, they took the convention center and filled that with extra beds thinking the hospital going to be inundated. Well, probably that's why it was a shutdown. We never got to that capacity in the height of the corona. We never got that far in the height. So right now, I'm still going to think it's way further than right there now. And we never went to what they ever say we were going to go ahead with.
You know, you're wrong. You're wrong on that.
How you wrong? Did the beds ever get filled?
This what they need to do a better job of publicizing. I've always said this. When you deal with youngsters who like to indulge in criminal activity, the system need to do a better job of showing niggas what it looked like inside jail. Just like with the coronavirus, I'm about to tell you, just like with the coronavirus, they need to do a better job of showing people what it looked like in the morgue. Because when you go down there to the morgue, you go down there to the
they didn't say we was going on quarantine or going inside because of the morgue.
What I'm saying is you don't.
They were scared the hospitals would get filled. So you saying they went past the hospitals and went straight to the morgue?
What I'm saying is you don't see the dead bodies.
We never said they didn't die. We said the capacity of being locked down was because the hospitals was going to get inundated. You ain't even answering that, and you went to a morgue question?
Because the hospitals are inundated to where the doctors are making decisions on, like you got a hospital, you got 6 defibrillators or 6.
How you don't know how wasn't making the money?
You got 6
they got
machines.
Paid more for defibrillator patients and paying that wasn't no defibrillators. They have been inflating numbers, but the bodies never added up.
What I'm saying is you got 6 machines helping people breathe. You got 20 people in your emergency room saying they can't breathe. So now the doctor's sitting there making decisions on who gonna get the machine and who don't.
Yeah,
that's what they talking about.
The machines was killing a lot of them people, man. Cause they
that's bullshit. I'm telling you. The machines wasn't killing nobody. Show me the
in the convention center. So you saying the convention center had no breed machine?
Ain't no doctor got no machine.
The convention center had breed machines, beds, and they didn't have patients.
What you said?
The convention center had breed machines and beds and didn't have patients. They didn't have nobody to go there.
Because
so where was the overload of people at?
You know why? Because when people can't breathe, they tend to go to the closest hospital to them. They gonna go to the first emergency room. You can't breathe, you gonna go to the first emergency room you can find.
But that wasn't the first symptom, not breathing.
You from New Orleans.
You stop breathing after you had the corona at first. It's not the first symptom. You don't stop breathing because of corona and go to the hospital.
Yes, you do. That's
you get a fever or something and go to the hospital. Not breathing, not the first symptom, Hasheem. Come on, man.
What I'm saying is
you making it up now.
What I'm saying is you from New Orleans. When was the last time you was sick? You went all the way to the convention center.
You go to the hospital.
You gonna pass up.
But the convention center was for the overload of people.
It was to send them to the convention.
That's for the overload of people.
But they
never got overloaded to send them there. It never got overloaded.
But you know why? Donald Trump.
Oh, come on.
Donald Trump didn't give them the resources to be able to expedite people from University Medical Center and from Ochsner Medical Center to the convention center to where
that wasn't the problem with the convention center not having people. The problem with the convention not having people, they had no people.
You think the problem the convention center had with not having people is that they didn't have the people to get on the machines. That's not true. And I'm not sure that the convention center had machines. I think the convention center was just a screening place.
No, it was a holding center. It wasn't a screening.
But I don't think they was able to intubate people in the convention center. They didn't even get that
capacitated for them to go there.
They had beds for them people.
But you don't need no bed when you can't breathe. You need to be intubated. Y'all don't know what I mean by intubated. Intubated is when they take that goddamn tube and put it down your lung, and then a machine is breathing for you.
You trying to make the reason for the lockdown something else.
What I'm telling you, the reason for the lockdown is if a hospital only got 6 of those machines that can breathe for you, but you got 20 people in the hospital saying they can't breathe, now the doctors and the nurses got to determine who gonna live
and what the convention center
and who gonna die.
And what the convention center
but I don't think they had the machines.
What the convention center was for?
A screening place to deal with the sick.
You don't go there first. You got to get sick.
The convention center was for everybody who get COVID-19 do not have the same symptoms. Like I can have a fever
It was not a
or
screening
whatever
center, though,
and
Hasheem.
go to the convention center.
No, you
but if
can't.
I need intubation and help to breathe, I got to go to the emergency room at a hospital where they can put me on a machine.
You didn't know what the convention center was for, dude. I'm sorry.
They didn't have
Let
that
me
kind
tell you
of
what it was
accommodation.
for now. It was for the hospital have to see you the convention center when they get over saturated. Yeah. They had the machines and all that, but the hospital never got those.
So you tell me they got artificial lungs at the convention center?
I ain't say I don't know.
We talking about a $500,000 piece of equipment. What I'm telling you is what COVID does. This is what COVID-19 do.
I'm saying it never got that bad to where they had to send the people there.
This is what Brent Daddy had it.
That don't mean it got people had it. People died from it. But it wasn't that in the day at the fucking hospital.
This is what COVID-19 do. COVID-19 gives you, it's almost like an infection. It gives you a fever. 99% of the time you're gonna get a fever.
First, that's what I said. You said they start breathing first.
But you could be dead within 2 days. Like you can be, it don't take a lot of time. The virus, what it does is attack the lung cells. And you basically drown in your own body, in your own lung. Your cells fill up with fluid, like pneumonia. And you die where people can't live. So to help people so their body can build up antibodies against the virus, they put them on a ventilator. That's what they call it. Put them on a ventilator, which is a artificial lung. The machine breathing for you, pushing air into your lungs and in and out. And they stay on that machine. The problem that the hospitals and medical facilities are having, they got more patients that need to be on the machine than they have machines. Like Ron said, that machine killing them. So that's the machine he's talking about. But the machine not killing them, the virus is. The convention center was like a screening place.
No, you didn't get screened, that dude. You didn't. You didn't go there first.
I promise you they didn't have no ventilators at the convention centers going to waste.
I promise you.
I bet you they wasn't going to waste.
Yeah, and they had beds.
They had all them doctors and nurses.
If they was going to waste, then that was a total...
They didn't have that many people, dude. That I'm telling you.
But you're wrong about the people level. That's what I'm telling you. You're wrong about that.
So they have ventilators that didn't get to the people?
And I can imagine that happening in America. Man, total misconception between... Logistic misconception between an idea and how people execute it, that happens in America all the time.
Watch the news.
People was dying quicker. Like,
I do, but nobody gives a shit. You think they care about the people that die?
There's a lot of them die.
Nobody cares. You ever watch a Bride's Tale? Yeah. Nobody cares. They don't. You think they give a shit? They don't give a shit. But everybody got a job to do. I promise you, a doctor or a nurse who's dedicated to life and saving life would not sit there and have an artificial lung or a defibrillator or a fucking ventilator sitting there on the side while people are dying in other hospitals and when it's a car drive away. No, I doubt that happened. I doubt it.
You're saying people died?
I tried to tell y'all about this before. People are genuinely good. You got to go out of your way and extort an effort to be rotten. Being rotten takes a fucking effort. Most people are good naturally. So most people, whether they get paid to bring that fucking artificial lung on the other side of town or not, will throw that bitch in a van and drive that bitch over there to save somebody's life. The people that stand by and do nothing, I don't believe in that.
You say tomato, I say tomato.
That's why I say Donald Trump at his heart, he probably a good dude. He's just an ignorant ass white man. He just don't know that what he's doing is wrong. If he knew what he was doing was wrong, then he would do something different.
That's what he's been doing.
All right, we gonna count down to
people who know better do better.
Yeah, man. Back to the shutdown. I don't know if I don't understand the shutdown thing. They're using it a different kind of way because their numbers was already going up, and then they still open more shit. Like the numbers was going up, and then they open up the bars, and then they gonna say the bars the reason the numbers went up. Well, the numbers were already going up. Anyway, but then if you wouldn't open the bars and the numbers went up, you're gonna say you didn't open the bars for no reason, and then the bars didn't make the numbers go up.
I think the reason the numbers went up because nobody was abiding by the rules in the first place.
Nah, nobody was getting tested. Ain't nobody was getting tested. Ain't no numbers to be good.
But you know how many places I went? No people wasn't wearing masks, abiding by the rules, and none of that. I'm the only nigga with a mask on in that bitch.
They count numbers now. That's all about numbers. To get that vaccine out here. You gonna take the vaccine?
How about that?
Everybody never about
I'm gonna take the vaccine because I trust the United States government.
I'm not.
I trust people. I cannot live in a world where you cannot trust people.
I don't trust people.
And if I die from the vaccine, I'll die. And that's a risk we take every day.
They probably had some African people trusted some white people on them boats, told them they was going on a nice friendly vacation. And we're still on that vacation.
But what if they ever think about what if you're wrong? What if the vaccine saves lives? What if you don't take the vaccine and everybody else take it and you get the coronavirus and die?
Do you take the flu vaccine every year?
I said I was going to take it this year, but I haven't been taking it.
But does it save lives?
But the only reason...
Does it save lives?
Yeah.
And you don't take it.
But the only reason
you don't take it.
No, because...
And you... No! Don't hypocrite me now.
The only reason I haven't taken it is because when I was in the United States Navy, they gave me so many shots. And they told me I'd never need another shot a day in my life.
But the coronavirus is different for you.
That's what they told
me. How many people the flu to kill?
Millions.
How many people corona kill?
Millions.
How many people corona?
If I didn't care more than words could say.
Yeah, he don't like that. The flu virus.
You're not going to take the vaccine?
I ain't take the flu vaccine.
I don't take flu shot.
But I done had the flu before you ever really had the flu. The flu really killed people.
Corona really killed people.
But corona is more contagious than the flu.
But does it kill more people than the flu?
It's gaining.
I don't like when you don't like
corona
the answer.
Is a new
I don't like when you don't like the answer.
Because
why I couldn't get an answer?
Flu has killed more people.
Boom.
But the flu is a much older virus.
So you running with the young niggas?
Yeah, he with the COVID.
You running with the young niggas?
COVID is kicking ass.
So you running with the young niggas?
COVID is a man-made disease.
What the flu is?
But COVID, compared to the flu, COVID is killing more people faster, in other words. COVID is killing people at a faster rate.
Before they had their flu vaccine, how many people died?
Third of the planet. Flu, but you gotta respect the flu.
Yeah.
But COVID is doing the same thing. Like if COVID
He'll live lesser.
If they didn't shut down and people was allowed to just do what they was doing, COVID would have killed a third of the planet. The only reason it hasn't
So he liked the flu.
Yeah, but it's step worse than the flu because COVID immediately attacks your lungs. My problem is, in this city, I think our mayor missed the beat. I think she missed an opportunity because the governor gave her cover.
Don't do that because she'll go worse then.
She missed an opportunity. She missed an opportunity to unite New Orleans. See, she didn't have to tell us, we all from New Orleans, and she don't get this because she not from here. You ain't got to tell us not to do something. All you got to do is ask us not to do it. What? If she had approached everybody in New Orleans and say, family, this is what we need to do. I'm asking y'all to do this with me for 2 weeks.
And then what you do
is how you do it. Like anybody from New Orleans who was mayor would have knew that. They'd have came at us different. They'd have said, look, family, I need y'all to sit down for 2 weeks. Everybody stay home, getting their leg, work with me, and we be back on the money. She came and said, bitch, you do what I tell you.
Like we kids.
And we don't rock with that.
Kids.
Like we don't rock with that.
Children.
She rubbed everybody wrong.
It was basically tone.
It's tone, yeah. She rubbed white folks the wrong way.
Y'all gonna sit down and do what I say.
Yeah, like hold up. Like you don't know who you talking to. This is New Orleans. Like all you had to do is say, look, family, work with me. Like we gonna do this together. And we're to work with you. We'd have got mad that a nigga didn't have a mask on. Bitch, you heard what she said. Like,
she fucked that up. She fucked that one up.
She ain't get the vibe. But now she think having attitude and bucking on people is how to get to us. I'm like, no, you make yourself look phony, nah. I think that she just a bully.
She won't, I
know a bully when I see one.
We don't like bullies.
And we don't like bullies.
We don't like bullies.
Yeah, I just don't like her. Desiree! Charbonnet.
That's your family member?
No.
That who ran against her.
That's
Oh,
who ran
the girl
against
who ran against
That
it.
ran against it.
Boy.
Yeah, she had the money behind her.
Say, cousin, they got a thing called newspaper.
All right, bro. We're gonna go into this next local segment. Since we local, we're gonna talk about these Saints and Drew Brees. You know he had the funky little comment, and now he injured. I don't know how we feel about that. But then you saw Winston get in the game. Drew Brees got hurt. Winston go to get in the game. He couldn't find his helmet. He back there looking. They really called him. You sure they didn't call him? He back there looking off for his helmet. What my helmet? You know he was back there making eating W's and shit. They couldn't find his helmet before he got in there. He gonna be all right that week. But that first week, that nigga ain't believe they called his number. That nigga was like, man, where my helmet at? I done fucked
I
up.
thought the white boy supposed to start.
Tyson?
Yeah.
He did back up?
He get the most money.
Tyson on the roster as a tight end. Now you must let him start? I don't think so. I play fantasy football. He listed as a tight end. Now you about to let your tight end start at quarterback, and I don't know. You got to back up. I don't think that's a smart idea. But he might get a lot of touches. But Sean Payton, you better pop in one of the mileage this week because it's gonna be a serious fucking coaching decision this week. I don't know what you're gonna do.
First off, I like to see it's a heathenous and ungodly game.
What?
That the dude broke his ankle the other week. I watched that on TV. That was horrible.
We talk about the Saints.
Well, you got two people running at each other full speed. To one of them is physically broken. It's got to be a game. We gonna bypass him on this. We
gonna give a shout out to Tulane. No, he hating on the game.
It got to be a game invented by white folks. I just want to say that.
Listen, we're gonna stop him hating
on
football.
But that being said, the problem with the New Orleans Saints.
There we go.
Is not the players, is not the quarterback, regardless of which one you put in there. The problem is Sean Payton in the play calling. Last night's football game against the San Francisco 49ers, when Sean Payton made the decision to keep handing that ball off to Taysom Hill, running the same goddamn play. I'm screaming at the TV like, nigga, this is the NFL.
I thought you don't watch
How many times? I already did the disclaimer. How many times are you going to keep running the same play and thinking that dude on the other side of the ball, who get paid millions of dollars for being the artist, and what he do?
He ran too much and he fumbled.
And he fumbled, like, but why I don't get paid to coach the goddamn Saints? How come the nigga get paid to coach the goddamn Saints?
Because we didn't have another quarterback. Drew Brees was down. I just told you Jameis Winston was
the first. But he had to keep running that bitch. He could have let Taysom Hill throw that bitch. He could have did anything.
How many times you Taysom Hill throw that bitch?
He could have threw it to the halfback.
I just told you Taysom Hill labeled as a tight end. He was a tight end throwing.
But you mean to tell me that he had to keep the ball as quarterback? He couldn't hand that bitch off to a running back?
Turnover. Trying to keep the turnover.
But if you keep running the same play, you don't think that the defense gonna get wise?
How many yards they averaged on that
Y'all
play?
was in there. I called
How many yards they averaged on 5 yards on that play, man?
He was killing.
But didn't I tell you about the fumble when he fumbled? I said, watch he fumble.
That shit happened.
Because it's football. You can't keep doing the same thing over and over again.
But no. Shout out to Tulane. They whoop ass.
The problem is not just that.
He hating on the Saints.
It's not just that.
Shout out to Tulane for whooping ass this week.
The game before that is how they use Taysom Hill. The Saints bring Taysom Hill into a package. What game that was where the Saints was moving the ball with Kamara and Drew Brees.
Every game.
And they was moving. And in the middle of the game, Sean Payton made a decision to put Taysom Hill in.
Because they needed Drew Brees on the side and tell him so.
No, man, they was running bullshit. I said, why they put their backup quarterback in?
Because Taysom Hill gonna run the ball and get some yards.
It's bullshit. He went to trick plays
instead
of playing football.
You saw Jameis yesterday?
Yeah, he be eating double.
That's the black dudes from the Saints?
Yeah.
But why you let your boy go to Carolina then?
He cost a lot of money.
They had to pick Kamara.
You don't want to pick Kamara?
Money they gave
Kamara don't really deserve the money he get.
What?
Him and Michael Thomas.
What?
You can put any wide receiver in the leading position as wide receiver against Drew Brees, the #1 passer in the NFL, and they're going to be a fucking superstar. I can go play wide receiver. Fucking be a superstar, nigga. No, that's right. What's your boy name used to play tight end? Jimmy Graham.
All right.
What his career look like right now?
He been shit since he left here.
Why he was shit when he was here? Because he was a tight end for the #1 passer in the NFL. Do you have any idea how many passes Drew Brees threw in the game?
A million.
Of course a wide receiver gonna be the number one wide receiver in the NFL. Of course the tight end gonna be the number one tight end.
Why the running back? Why Kamara rank so high then?
Because he garbage.
What?
He rank high because he garbage.
All running backs in the NFL now are garbage. The NFL has went against the running part of football. You don't even see that no more. When the last time you seen a running back have
you need
a
you a I don't
day?
know what football is.
You don't watch football.
I do watch football.
No,
the NFL have made considerable moves to transfer the game into glorifying the quarterbacks. That's why they don't let you touch them. But when the last time you seen a running back have an outstanding game, 3 touchdowns on the ground, 250 yards rushing, like they don't play the game like that no more.
That last week.
Nah.
Who had it?
Derrick Henry.
Who he play for?
Oh, you terrible.
Who you play for?
See?
I'm terrible because I don't know who Derrick Henry
football.
is. Wait a minute. I'm terrible because I don't know who Derrick Henry is. But he don't even know what we just said, and I told you to read the newspaper.
You can't
You ain't
remember
even
that
know what we just finished talking about.
can't
Y'all
remember
remember. I guarantee you y'all remember. Because I don't, this is the problem why I call it a heathen is an ungodly game. Because you don't read the newspaper, know nothing about politics.
Shout out to Tulane
but you know, read the newspaper and know who Derrick Henry is. Now, who is Derrick Henry?
whoop Army ass.
I bet you don't never have to tell me who Derrick Henry is again. I'm going to go read his stats and find his career, and I'm going to show you why he garbage. He had a good game yesterday against who? Tennessee played,
They lost.
ain't that a bitch? Nigga, he couldn't have too good a motherfucking game. Them bitches lost.
Dalvin Cook.
Man, that's my kin people.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're going to wrap this segment and jump over to the next segment. What we talking about now? Neil deGrasse Tyson versus LeBron James?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Neil deGrasse Tyson versus LeBron James.
It is my...
Now, hold up, wait.
Oh, go ahead, Skip.
Now, everybody know LeBron James, but not too many people know Tyson. This is my guy, my cousin. He want to always compare what people should know, what people do know, and who promote the most. Now, Neil deGrasse Tyson is the most famous black scientist in the world. And I know a lot of people ain't hear about him, but everybody heard about LeBron James. So we want to know the comparison level of both of these.
What I'm saying is that I think the problem in our communities, in our black community, is that we all know who Derek, what's his name was? Derek Hill? Derek Smith?
Derrick
Henry. I ain't gonna forget. I do. Derrick Henry, LeBron James. We all know all these people when it comes down to what we know. But when you ask a youngster who's Neil deGrasse Tyson, the world's leading astronomer and physicist, they don't even know he's a black dude. I think we as a community spend too much time, too much energy on entertainment, on sports and all that, and we don't, it's not, I understand the place that it has, but I think it's too much of a prominent place in society. So where we let people be our influencers, like Ice Cube, who had the gall to walk.
This ain't got nothing to do with Ice Cube.
It is. It's athletes and entertainers. It's how they feel like, because they are so influential on our community, that they have the right to speak for us. They have the right to go.
The grass ain't gonna make nothing up for say for us.
What I'm saying is, he should be our superstar.
But he not speaking. You can't make...
He does speak all the time.
Man, Jordan said the realest shit ever on this document. Jordan said people looking at me to make big old statements on black issues and shit.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I ain't the nigga you should be looking up to.
But that
you can't make the
Jordan
Jordan be the
agreeing
nigga
with
to speak.
me.
If that nigga spoke, he spoke. The growth ain't speak.
But
you won't make him speak and say that's the we spoke.
But he does.
That he ain't doing that though.
No, he does. He speaks all the time.
It's not promoted like that.
It's not promoted like that. That's what I'm saying. He speaks all the time. He come on everybody's show. Everybody, like Bill Maher's show, to Tonight's Show.
He wasn't speaking on the issues he was speaking of.
He was, though. He was speaking on issues that's relevant to our communities, and the white folks love him because they quiz him about actual science. But he's wrote books where he ties science into what's going on to our actual communities. The whole point,
maybe he need a dunk of basketball.
But exactly. The whole point is that people like him get ignored, like our scientists, our doctors, I researched.
But how you blame LeBron for him getting ignored?
I don't blame LeBron. He's just
Why you ain't blaming the Jews who ain't promoting them? Why you blaming the athletes hating on the fucking athletes? When they ain't the fucking reason that he's not getting promoted.
Well, I blame the athletes.
You blame us for listening to the athletes because they got promoted, but not because they ain't the fucking reason they got promoted.
I blame the athletes for what they don't do. And I blame them for how they do what they do.
That's crazy.
No, I blame the athletes and the entertainers. Because, like I brought up Cube a minute ago. Like Ice Cube. Ice Cube, he got a congressional representative. He got, that's not hate. No.
And who you want to get the attention?
You don't realize how he undermined
his. Undermined that they gave him attention.
Listen to me. Black people from where Ice Cube from, they all voted for somebody to represent them in government. What Ice Cube did was undermine those people who voted for a person to go and do what they wanted doing.
That's not undermining them.
That is undermining them when the Congressional Black Caucus got a deal on the table already that Donald Trump and the Republicans don't even want to bring up for a vote. So they don't even, everything Ice Cube was asking for was already on the table. But he allowed himself to be used as a pawn by going ask Massa. He wanted to skip the whole process, dog, and go straight to the president and be like, Massa, send us a fucking helping hand and save us. If he wanted to do something, why he ain't run for office? Why he didn't spend money on the office?
You mad because Donald Trump chose to talk to him instead of the caucus.
But why he chose to talk to him?
But then you blaming that on him.
Because he was ignorant to
why
what's
you blame
going
it on
on.
him?
Because he should have asked somebody.
How he the reason Trump ain't listening to the caucus?
But
how he the reason
you
Trump
missing the point, Skip.
That's what you just said.
He allowed himself to be used by a white man to undermine the intentions of a universal congressional black caucus. If that white man
was going to undermine the intentions anyway, whether Cube did what he did or not.
But
you using Cube to say he undermined it instead of saying what it really is.
I didn't use Cube.
You say he undermined them people.
Cube put himself in
that man can write what he wrote. You mad because Trump addressing him and then addressing who he want. You want him to address.
No, first of all,
that's horrible.
I'm not mad.
That's horrible.
I'm observing of what Cube did that was contrary. If Cube
and you hating on that man for getting attention,
no,
just because he ain't addressing who you want.
That's not what I'm doing.
You say he undermined them for making a black plan to help black people. He undermined the caucus. No, you mad because he got recognized for making a plan to help black people. And your people who you wanted to get recognized didn't. That's horrible.
I tell you what.
Terrible. For
I tell you what, Skip.
You terrible. For
I tell you what.
Tear that black man down for getting recognized.
I ain't tearing him down.
Terrible.
But I tell you what. Donald Trump lost the election. Let Ice Cube go get him to give him something now.
Ice Cube wasn't trying to get nobody nothing. Ice Cube was just trying to make it better for black people.
Go see if Trump give him a meeting right now. I guarantee you Trump ain't gonna even answer the fucking
He can't get nobody to meet, he ain't win.
What I'm saying is
he can't get nobody to meet,
Trump was never negotiating on good faith. But Cube didn't know that Trump wasn't negotiating on good faith because he didn't do the research. He didn't reach out to
you said Cube just said fuck what he was doing and let the black caucus do their thing.
He should have endorsed
the black caucus. He ain't supposed to be trying to make it better for black people.
He should have
endorsed. Every black person will be trying to make it better for black people. And if they get noticed, they get noticed.
But he didn't make it better.
Since they get noticed,
getting noticed,
he was trying.
Getting noticed ain't getting it better.
You say he got noticed and they ain't getting noticed.
Fuck trying. There's only do. He didn't do
what
nothing
is the black caucus doing?
Black people.
What the Black Caucus doing?
The Black Caucus put together a bill for reparations for African Americans, put it on the table, and the very same people who Ice Cube went and begged for help from refused to sign it into law.
You said Ice Cube would beg for help and they acknowledged Ice Cube. Ice Cube couldn't put that move together to go beat the president.
But you're not listening to what I'm saying.
The president had to put that move together.
You're not listening to what I'm saying.
You said Ice Cube undermined the Black Caucus.
And everything
by writing something to help the black people.
Listen to me. You know you got better game than this.
Did Trump never use them?
They used them. Ice Cube didn't realize.
They could use any organization.
Ice Cube didn't realize everything he wanted. The black people who in Congress who passed the laws already was asking for. It's already.
So what he was asking for was right.
Yeah, that's.
But it was wrong because it was him.
It was
horrible.
It was wrong.
You horrible.
How he did it.
Horrible.
Why, you
sounding worse now.
And wait.
You horrible.
What did he accomplish?
Just sound like you hating on Ice Cube.
What did he accomplish?
How you know if Trump
he hurt black people.
How you know if Trump would have won?
Listen, if the caucus gonna do what they do anyway, it wouldn't matter.
Do it before.
If the caucus doing what they gonna do anyway, it shouldn't matter.
Exactly. But
if the caucus doing what they're supposed to do anyway, it shouldn't matter.
But Skip, you're not listening. The caucus this is how the government works. The Congressional Black Caucus is in the House of Representatives put together a bill that gives black people some investment.
Ice Cube tore that down by himself? Get the fuck out of here.
Listen to me. You're not listening to me.
Ice Cube was trying to make a deal. And Trump was trying to make a deal.
Trump was never trying to make a deal. The deal was to be made was already on the congressional floor. All he had to do was tell Mitch McConnell to pass the fucking bill.
Trump would have been petty enough to...
Y'all got an opinion because y'all don't understand how government works. That's where we got to start.
He recognized IQ before he recognized the black caucus.
No, he don't have a choice. If Mitch McConnell pushes it up for a vote on the Senate floor, then it ends up... Mitch McConnell never put it up for a vote. Like, that's what y'all not
hearing. Ice Cube vote?
You're not hearing what I'm saying. If y'all take the minute to hear what I'm saying. Everything Ice Cube wanted was already presented to government officials. It was sitting on the lawmaker's desk. Mitch McConnell refused to even bring it up for a vote. You know who in charge of Mitch McConnell? The fucking president of the United States. If the president of the United States wanted to help black people, he'd tell Mitch McConnell, put that vote up for that bill that the black people put up, and I'm going to sign that bitch. He didn't do that. But instead of really addressing...
And all that's IQ folks.
Listen to me. Instead of really addressing through Congress and congressional means the issues in black community, he used a token nigga who walked up and put himself in the middle of a fight he don't know nothing about. Like, that's what I'm saying.
Sheem, if he wouldn't address IQ, he still wouldn't do nothing.
What I'm saying is Ice Cube fucked over the negotiation. You know what Donald Trump said? You know what Donald Trump said? See, them black people over there y'all elected, they don't know what they talking about. Ice Cube is the man with control. That's what he doing. You think that's a coincidence that it's the athletes and entertainers that he rubbing elbows with? If he won't speak to somebody, why he don't go speak to Neil deGrasse Tyson?
So you say Ice Cube said, "Oh, no, I won't talk to you."
Talk to my man. Yeah, that was Ice Cube. If he got the meeting with Donald Trump, he was supposed to know, I don't want to talk to you. I wanted this meeting so you could talk to Cedric Richmond. Cedric Richmond got a bill on the table. He's a congressman, and we want to know what you're going to do about this bill. Because Donald Trump could promise what he wants, but what gets signed in the law is the only shit that comes.
How you know Q didn't go to them and say, man, look.
How you know
Cedric Richmond said he came to them. And Cedric Richmond said he told him that everything you looking for already on the table. He told him to wait till after, he said he didn't say those words, wait till after the election, but basically was telling them chill out and fall back. Go take what you trying to do and do more research and find out. All the things you asking for is already on the table.
So you saying if the president called you to talk to you about something that you passed about, you going to say, well, don't talk to me, talk to somebody else?
Yeah, like if you the doctor, I'm not going to attempt to try to open up your head.
I said the president came to you right now and want to
talk to you. If you
going to say, no, don't talk to me, talk to somebody else?
If the,
you going your ass up
I'm about to tell you why.
You going your fucking ass up there. Skip. Man, you going up there.
If the black community,
you going up there, Cook.
If a man's sick and another man called me and say, Cook, you a famous football player. I need you to come and help me heal this man because he's sick. I'm going to recognize I'm not no fucking doctor. If you a doctor, I'm going to come get you.
Doctor.
And I'm going to say,
we not saying doctor.
I can't
we
help
saying
you,
the fucking
but
president.
This man can't.
If the president say, Cook, I'm going to talk to them issues you were talking about. Let's come up here and talk about.
I'm not qualified. No, I'm going to say I'm not qualified. Yeah. But I can point you in the direction of somebody who is.
Yeah, boy, you going there.
No, I'm not. I would not be that presumptuous to think that I'm going to go up there and speak for millions of black folks and not really know what the fuck I'm talking about. And that's what he did. And he allowed himself to be used by a white man. But we're going to pick this back up at another time. We got to wrap this up. We only got so much time. Shout out to the whole fucking community, everybody. Brother Will Horton, Hollygrove Nerd TV, tune in. That's the only way to see this, pick this up. Chicken and Watermelon, Jazz Daggerich, y'all come see us. We real niggas, we here every day. I'm Sheem the Dream.
And I'm Skip, and we out.
And we out.
I'm Jayarson, Papa Chulo, call me Pimp Daddy. Remember I used to pull up on him in a blue caddy. Man, I pull up, drop it off, she said that dick dick. I smack her ass and pull her hair, she said that big dick.
That dick big, he gotta share it.